What's good, YouTube? It's your boy KingSupreme. Back with a video, we got what NBA legends and players think of Larry Bird. Now, if y'all new here, welcome to the channel, homies. Appreciate y'all for tuning into the KingSupreme gang. Back with another video, back with another reaction. Today, we got some more of that boy Larry Bird, one of my favorite players of all time. I'm gonna hop straight into this one. You feel me? I don't want to make this intro too long. I just want to say thank y'all for the continued support and the continued love. It really means the most. And y'all know the deal is road to 100K. So I'm gonna keep on posting these bangers. We're at 50,000 subscribers right now, and y'all really been going, really crazy with the support and the love, and that really means the most to me. So that's why I keep getting these videos out. I see a lot of different suggestions, a lot of different recommendations in the comments of what y'all want, and y'all know stuff I'm always gonna get to is the NBA legend videos. So we got Larry Bird today, one of my favorite players, or my favorite player of all time, and more to come very soon. Just put it down below in the comments what you want to see next. Make sure y'all like, make sure y'all comment, make sure y'all subscribe, make sure y'all share, do all that for me, because I'll continue to put these videos out for y'all. But yeah, we're gonna get straight into this one though. What NBA legends and players think of Larry Bird. Y'all already know it's gonna be good. Y'all already know how I feel about Larry Bird, so I'm excited for this one. Let's get straight into it. Let's go. Let's go.
There's a photograph of Larry and I choking one another, and it looked like a moment in which
that's an iconic photo because they're literally at each other's necks. Look at how crazy it is. Look how strong Urban's grip is on Larry's neck. Like, damn, bro, they had beef.
There's a photograph of Larry and I choking one another, and it looked like a moment in which he was going to take a swing.
I said, "You're crazy. I'm not shooting no commercial with Larry."
People always ask me who's the hardest player I've ever had to guard. And there was Michael Jordan, George Gervin, the late great Mike Mitchell. I mean, so many players. I always say Larry Bird.
Magic Johnson once said, "Larry Bird is so good it's frightening." And today, we're peeling back the layers of that fear to uncover why NBA legends confess that Larry Bird was nothing short of a basketball god. But there's more to Larry than scaring the living daylights out of Magic Johnson. The hick from French Lick wasn't just a master on the court, he was a psychological chess player. He played mind games with his opponents.
I saw Larry Bird one night in Phoenix. They were losing big time at the half. And they come out in the third quarter, and Larry did not take a shot, but dominated the game. He had 7 assists in the third quarter, and they came back and won the game. He could affect the game without taking a shot. Who else can you say that about to that degree?
Best all-around player of all time. Don't at me on that. And don't question me because it's true. Let me know if y'all feel the same.
We do that? Never. Michael had to have the ball.
Now, I know you've heard the GOAT debates, Jordan, LeBron, and the list goes on. But what if I told you that there's a Hall of Famer who thinks Larry Bird might be the best to ever do it? Larry the legend, the man with the mullet, the king of trash talk, the architect of unforgettable moments, might just be the true GOAT. We'll get to that.
Damn, that was a hard-ass foul.
Early days. Born on December 7th, 1956 in West Baden, Indiana, and raised in the basketball crucible of French Lick, Larry Bird's roots were as humble as they come. His high school stats read like video game stats. 31 points, 21 rebounds, and 4 assists per game.
God.
And no wonder he earned a scholarship to Indiana University. But life on a sprawling campus of
This nigga grabbing 21 boards after a math class? What the fuck is wrong with that? This dude is insanity, bruh. Imagine you in high school, bruh. You just had a hard day in calculus, dog, and you gotta face this nigga Bird and after school. I would be like, oh my gosh, this is not even fair, bruh. This nigga was on a whole different level.
And 4 assists per game.
How you out at 21
And no
boards?
wonder he earned a scholarship to Indiana University. But life on a sprawling campus of 33,000 proved too overwhelming for the small town kid. After less than a month, Bird found himself on a U-turn back to French Lick. Larry at 17 was just a homesick kid navigating the sea of confusion. He later confessed, "The school was just too big. I was a homesick kid who was lost and broke." Bird decided to take a break from basketball and work for the municipality. He cut grass, painted benches, striped streets, and even drove a garbage truck. A far cry from the glitz of college hoops, but he wasn't done dreaming. He enrolled at a local junior college, briefly, before committing to Indiana State in 1975. His message to his garbage truck crew? "I'll be back, and I'll be the boss." But life threw him a curveball. In that same year, his father took his own life. It was a gut-wrenching blow that would have shattered most, but Bird found solace on the court. After taking a season off as a transfer, he scored more than 30 points per game in his first 2 years at Indiana State. As a junior, he earned All-American honors. Now, despite being a college sensation, Larry wasn't a shoo-in for the top NBA picks in 1978. Not first, not second, not even third. It took until the 6th pick for the Boston Celtics to roll the dice on Bird, hoping he'd sprinkle some of his Midas touch on the struggling franchise. Bird, armed with a 5-year, $3.25 million contract.
That was a lot of money back then. I don't know the exact. Let me know what that it was exact. I don't know how to do that, like because we're obviously with the different prices and shit. But how much was that? Say, what would that be compared to NBA contract now? Because I know that was a lot of money back then. That was probably one of the biggest contracts. Yeah, the largest rookie. You see right there. Yeah, the largest rookie contract back then. I don't know what that equates to today, but it was a whole lot of cash. Understand what I'm saying?
Boston with skeptics questioning if he was worth the investment. Spoiler alert, he was.
He was.
No matter how good I am, I'm still just a hick from French Lick, he humbly declared. But those doubted him were swiftly silenced. In his rookie season, Bird orchestrated a Celtics revival. He took a lackluster 29-53 Boston Celtics squad and turned them into a 61-21 powerhouse.
That's insane.
That's not a rookie season. That's a rookie resurrection. Oh, and did I mention he did this while battling what some in the NBA called white man's disease? A supposed inability to jump high. Now, we all know Larry was a breed of player unlike any other, standing tall at 6'9", with passing skills and court vision that left fans in awe. And let's not forget, he was one of the pioneers of the three-point shot, making it rain long before it became the norm.
Facts.
But here's the twist. There's another player, Oscar Schmidt, who mirrored Bird's game, albeit on the international stage.
Oh, okay.
Schmidt is hailed as one of the greatest international players of all time. He is the Olympic scoring leader with over 1,000 total points, and that's no small feat.
I've never heard of that dude before.
Let's rewind to 1992 in Barcelona, the stage for one of the most iconic matchups. Schmidt, representing Brazil, faced off against Larry Legend and the legendary U.S. Dream Team. It was a clash of the titans. But fast forward to 2013, and Larry Bird had the honor of welcoming Oscar Schmidt into the Basketball Hall of Fame. And even before uttering a word about his storied career, Schmidt drops a bombshell of admiration for Larry Legend. He declared, "It's too easy to have Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant as an idol. The guy flies around and does whatever he wants. It's too easy. My guy doesn't run, doesn't jump, and plays the best out of everybody else. He is here."
Respect.
As the crowd erupts in applause, Schmidt points.
I don't know that dude, but he got my respect, bro. And he's the 1,000 points in the Olympics is crazy. I've never heard of him before.
My guy doesn't run, doesn't jump, and plays the best out of everybody else. He is here. As the crowd erupts in applause, Schmidt points directly at Bird, emphasizing, "This is my idol, the best player ever, in my opinion." NBA revitalization. Before Bird and Magic, the NBA was like that underappreciated band playing in the corner of a dive bar. But the Larry Magic duo cranked up the volume, turned up the lights, and suddenly, the NBA wasn't on the sidelines. It was the headline act. Bird's role in the revitalization should be etched in basketball history. 3 consecutive MVP seasons, unheard of for a forward, Finals MVP twice, first team All-League for 9 straight seasons. Larry Bird wasn't just a baller. He was a basketball messiah. The dude had this magical touch that transformed teammates into champions. His court vision was ridiculous, and his shooting? Ice in his veins. And defense? Oh, don't even get me started. Iguodala, in a rare open admission, declared Bird as the best white basketball player ever. He declared, "Larry didn't have no flaws, and I'm going to go out there on a limb, and this is the first time I've ever said this in an open setting. I'll take Larry Bird over Magic Johnson. He can play in any era."
Same.
Iguodala believes Bird's game transcends time and borders. NBA, FIBA, ABA, EuroLeague, you name it. He even revealed a side of Bird that makes him even more extraordinary. He said, "The man would tell you where he was going. I'm going here and then I'm stopping right there. That little logo right there. I'm stopping right there and I'm going to pull up." And he would do exactly that.
Facts.
When we talk about Larry Bird, we're talking about a player who terrorized opponents throughout the 80s. The man could dribble and pass like a point guard. But here's a gem from the Larry Bird archives that adds a touch of humor to his greatness. At the height of his dominance, when the media labeled him the Great White Hope, Bird found it disrespectful to be guarded by a fellow white player. Charles Barkley spilled the beans on the Dan Patrick Show, recounting a conversation with Bird mid-game. According to Sir Charles, Bird said, "Y'all got a white guy trying to guard me. That's disrespectful. There's not a white guy on the planet that can guard me." Classic Larry. Competition level. From Isaiah Thomas's Pistons to Julius Erving's 76ers in the East to Magic's Lakers and Hakeem Olajuwon's Rockets in the finals, Bird battled and conquered the best of the best. It wasn't just about the Celtics as a team. Larry Bird's prowess stood out even among basketball titans.
So Michael Jordan in the 80s, the best year that he had was he was the MVP of the league and the Defensive Player of the Year. I believe that was in 88.
Yes.
We beat them 4-1. I'm gonna say that again. 4-1. They won one game. And he never beat Larry Bird. He never beat Magic and Kareem. He never won. And all I'm saying is in the 80s, what I remember in the 80s, it was Philadelphia with Dr. J, Magic, Kareem, Bird, Michael Jordan. He was a non-factor.
Now, let's get one thing straight. Larry Bird's career isn't a stat sheet symphony. He wasn't topping the league in scoring or rebounding, nor was he etching his name into the record books for assists. Yet, whenever the Celtics needed a dose of greatness, Bird delivered like clockwork. But here's the real kicker. Red Auerbach, the sage of Celtics wisdom, knew this all along. Auerbach highlighted Bird's greatness before the GOAT talk began. Bird's greatness went beyond stats, Auerbach emphasized. When Bird had his third consecutive MVP year, Auerbach emphasized to Sports Illustrated, to truly comprehend Bird, do not focus only on his numbers. His presence, his total control on the court truly count. Even on nights when Bird didn't emerge as the stat leader early in the game, he operated on a different plane strategically and mentally. Auerbach, in a recent reflection, stated, "After extensive soul searching, I believe he is one of the greatest players to ever wear an NBA uniform." It wasn't about the numbers, it was about Bird's chess-like mastery of the game. Fast forward to today, and the challenge lies in persuading others of Bird's unique greatness. In an era enamored with stats, Bird's impact might be a tougher sell. People are fascinated by numbers, but Bird's greatness goes beyond that. Post-1986 era. Now, the tale takes a turn after the 1986 season. Bird faced a formidable adversary, a relentless back injury that lingered until the twilight of his career in 1992. Bird's resilience was tested.
Let's talk about while this whole time, pretty much the majority of his career, he was injured or some way injured, not at full 100%. And throughout all this, when his back was hurt or when his finger was hurt, and that's why I remember watching the video why he shot like he did was because something was wrong with one of his fingers. I think it was broken or something. That's why his form was the way it was, because he had to hold the ball a certain way. So pretty much the majority of his career was injured, bro. And the fact that he still was one of the top 3 basketball, that just goes to show, you feel me, what type of timing he was on.
Casting shadows on his performance.
But niggas still not
However,
listening, though. We gotta
glimpses
tell them,
of his prime still flickered.
But
amidst diversity, Bird showcased flashes of brilliance that defined his greatness. Take, for instance, the classic shootout against Dominic Wilkins in the epic Game 7 of the 1988 Eastern Conference Finals. Despite his injury, Bird summoned his prime and delivered a remarkable performance that basketball enthusiasts still marvel at. Fast forward to 1991, a moment etched in Boston Celtics lore. Bird, battling not just opponents, but the physical toll of a head injury, took center stage in the 5th and deciding game of the series. Despite his injury, he orchestrated a takeover, proving Larry Legend's greatness. Now, the question lingers, what could Bird have achieved if his back had held up? It's a query destined to remain unanswered, lost to the realms of hypotheticals. But for a remarkable 7-year span, from 1980 to 1986, Larry Bird reigned supreme. His impact transcended mere statistics. So, Was Larry Bird the basketball god?
Yes.
Well, that's subjective.
No, it's
but
not.
one thing is undeniable. He should never be far from the conversation. Whether it's his on-court finesse, his quirky remarks, or the battles against the NBA's elite.
Second overtime, and that will do it. The Boston Celtics in double overtime as the fate of the Chicago Bulls 135 to 132
Stop playing with my boy's
in
name.
a wild one.
Oh,
Y'all niggas
and
better put
speaking
some
of Larry Bird's
respect on his
greatness,
name.
make sure to click right over here to
Bitch
check out
ass.
this video where we break down why Michael Jordan rates Larry Bird over LeBron James.
Larry and I were talking.
Oh, I gotta watch
and
that one.
Michael walks in. And
Damn,
he
I gotta
says,
watch that
There's
one.
a new sheriff in town. And we both hit each other like,
Why Michael Jordan rates Larry Bird over LeBron James? I rate Larry Bird over LeBron James too. I'm just very, very kind of close with who I view 1 and 2 at Jordan or Bird. But that's the video. Hope you enjoyed it. More videos dropping soon. Another great video, bro. These videos, like, they keep popping up, bro. I feel like I'm like, oh, but there's still so much more to get to type shit. So please let me know in the comments down below what videos you want to see next. And I'll get to more and more of them. You feel me? But that's the video. Hope you enjoyed it. You know what the deal is. Road to 100K. We're at 50,000 subscribers. So hey, we're gonna keep this pace up. More videos posted very, very soon. Probably post some more tomorrow or the day after. We'll see. Just be sure to stay tuned and all of that. And I got y'all with the bangers. And be sure to turn on those post notifications. But yeah, that's the video. Hope y'all enjoyed this Larry Bird video. Hope y'all enjoyed this NBA Legend video, because I sure did enjoy it. I can literally watch these shits forever. And I'll keep on getting to more of them. But that's the video. Like, comment, subscribe, share if you want to see more. It's your boy KingSupreme. We out of this bitch.